it's Julia. Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm super duper excited because it is finally spooky season. So I thought there is no better way to celebrate than to be reading only spooky books for a whole week. So that is what we're going to be doing this week, and I'm super excited to get into it. I have some really good books picked out for this video, and I just really can't wait to start reading them. So the first book that I picked out for this video is actually the book that I picked for my book of the month this month. So this month there were quite a few spooky book choices, and I had my pick, and it is in this box. So I'm super excited. Let's open it up. Alright, so the book that I ended up picking, that will also be our first book that we will be opening up in this video, is The Book of Witching by C.J. Cook. And I just feel like it fits the spooky theme perfectly. Some witching, and this cover is really gorgeous. I just love the way that it looks. Oh no, a fire. A fire. Okay guys, so this is the book that I picked for this month, The Book of Witching by C.J. Cook, and that is going to be our first read. So let's just get into reading. Good morning guys, it is the next day and I'm getting ready because we're gonna go to Barnes, and I am so excited to go to Barnes. I should not spend any money at Barnes, but I probably will. So I'm just gonna brush my hair and then put some earrings on, and then I think we're gonna go. I do also have more updates about the spooky book that I'm reading, but I will give you guys those updates later. Okay guys, I caved. I put a little mascara on, which I was not planning to do, but it's okay. I also cannot stop wearing my folklore cardigan, even though it literally gets fuzz on everything constantly. I just feel like it's so comfortable and so freaking cute. Like, are you kidding me? So cute. Okay guys, I'm at Barnes and it's literally painful to not spend money right now. Like, it hurts in my heart. And I went to the fantasy section because I'm not in the mood to read fantasy right now. So I figured this might save my life and help me not to spend more money that I don't need to spend. I also got a pumpkin cream cold brew with extra pumpkin cream. So I'm living my best life. I think we're gonna get Chili's after this, so that is very exciting as well. They have it here too. Fuck, I'm fucked, you guys. I'm literally fucked. Like, I'm fucked. Look at the sprayed edges. I'm fucked. Okay guys, I just got home from my little lunch date and my Barnes trip, and I already started to film this clip, and I was just gonna read you guys the little blurb for The Book of Witching just so we can be on the same page. And about halfway through the blurb, I felt like the blurb like spoiled something for me because I hadn't read it since I ordered the book, which was like at least 3 weeks ago, and I kind of forgot what was going to happen. And in the book right now, Erin, she's not our main character. Our main point of view is actually Erin's mom. But in the book right now, Erin is unconscious because she got awful like fourth and third degree burns all over her body while on a hiking trip that left her boyfriend dead and her best friend missing. And at the moment, she is in a medically induced coma. And the blurb just told me what happens when she wakes up from the coma. So I like didn't realize, I didn't even know if she was gonna wake up from the coma yet. So I've decided to not read the blurb anymore. I stopped after the first paragraph of it and just left the second one to my imagination, because I just don't want any more spoilers. I'm so far really liking this book. It's been a very quick read. Yesterday, I feel like I only spent about an hour reading, and I'm already on page 80, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I might be farther in than that, actually. I think I'm I'm on chapter 11. I'm on page 90. So that is where we're at, and I'm going to continue reading and keep you guys updated. All right, it is much, much later. I ended up going to a family party after reading some more, and then I went out with my friend, and then I came home, had some dinner, and then watched a slasher. And now I am on chapter 15, page 121 of the Book of Witching, and I am so tired, but I'm going to try and read at least like 2 more chapters before I go to bed, and hopefully tomorrow I will end up reading a lot, but we shall see. Hey guys, it's Editing Julia. I just wanted to pop in and say that I'm really impressed with my reading speed, because in between those last 2 clips, it was literally less than an hour and I got through an entire part of the book. Like an entire part. Like, slay. Hey guys, it is Monday night, Tuesday morning. It's midnight, so I don't know how to describe that to you, but I'm at Maria's apartment. Here's Maria. And we're gonna have a really fun day tomorrow. We're doing a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to vlog it. I think that will be next week's video, but we shall see. And I just wanted to give you guys a reading update on the Book of Witching. I'm on page 344-ish, I think. So I have 20 pages left, and I'm pretty sure the like climax or the like closure of the book has begun. I got the twist. I think I got the twist. And I am shook by the connection that was made. And obviously I knew the like connection between the 2 point of views was going to be through like the Book of Witching and like the cult, the witching group, whatever. But the way that it's connected, the way that it's connected, like, was just not what I was expecting at all. So I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna probably finish it tonight or tomorrow morning and keep you guys updated. And then we're gonna start our next book. So that is all. Hey guys, it's Julia. It is Wednesday night, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. So I know you're thinking, Julia, Wednesday, the last time we saw you was Monday night. Yes, because yesterday I had literally the best bookish day ever with Maria, and don't worry, we vlogged the whole thing, so that video is actually going to be next week's video, so it will be coming out next Friday. So that is why you won't be seeing any content from yesterday in this video, except maybe a couple of reading clips. But I wanted to give you a little bit of a reading update, and I wanted to let you know that I just finished, on Monday night actually, I finished The Book of Witching by C.J. Cook, and I have lots of thoughts about it, so let's get into my thoughts. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a review on The Book of Witching. I'm not going to be giving it a rating until the end of the video, but I just wanted to let you know kind of thoughts and feelings, and I did jot down some thoughts and feelings on a sticky note that I have right here. So let's get started with that. The first thing is the mentions of TikTok and social media in this book. Usually I find mentions of TikTok specifically, as well as other social medias, honestly, kind of cringe in a book. Like, usually it's not done well. Also, when I'm reading, I don't really want to think about social media. So usually I really dislike it, but in this book, I was kind of indifferent to it. I didn't mind, and I kind of liked the way that it was brought up in this book, because it wasn't just like, oh, she's making a TikTok. It was like they're finding information out from TikToks. So it's not like all of the book, it's just a couple of pages, but it was mentioned and brought up a couple times, and I just thought, oh, it's not as cringy as it usually is to me. So I thought I should mention that, because sometimes I hate it, but in this book I didn't. So I just wanted to, that's my first little point. My next point is the cliffhanger. So this book is multi-POV. So there are multiple point of views that you get from multiple different characters in this book. It is also dual timeline. So there are 2 different timelines that you're hearing from in this book. And I loved that they used these timelines, like the switch in between the timelines, as little cliffhangers. Like something would happen and then it would switch to the other timeline and you'd be like, wait, I want to hear what happens next. And then you'd be in that timeline and something would happen and you'd be like, wait, I want to hear what happens next. So CJ Cook did a really good job of just like keeping the suspense in between the timelines. Because a lot of the time with books, I'm like really wanting to hear from one side of the timeline and really not caring about another one. This one, I feel almost equally drawn to both timelines. There is one that I liked a little more, but with this one, I was happy to be in either timeline or POV. Okay, my next point is that this book was definitely spooky, but more spooky in like a witchy, culty kind of way, and I definitely really liked that. I also just love this cover. I feel like it gives such like fall vibes. I know it's supposed to be like fire, but just the colors kind of give me like fall, and I really like the cover and everything. So like holding it, I was feeling very fall, especially with the witchy kind of woodsy aesthetic of some of the parts of this book. I really liked that. I also really found the twist quite interesting. The way that the book kind of came to fruition, I don't know if that's the right word, but the way it kind of all came together at the end was just quite shocking to me. Like I didn't realize that, I can't say too much. I literally don't want to spoil it, but I didn't realize exactly where it was going or how the timelines were going to connect. And the way that the timelines did connect was very interesting to me, and I wasn't expecting that. So that's all I'm going to say about that. The other thing that's really interesting about this book is the history, because in the author's note at the end, you actually find out that one of the point of view of the witch, she's probably not actually a witch, the poor woman in real life, but she was a real person, and they use, I think, her real name in the book as well. So that was really interesting to kind of find out like that woman actually went through all those things, and it's heartbreaking, but it's like beautiful to have her story told, because this takes place before the Salem witch trials, and I feel like we don't hear a lot about women that were accused of these things and were even murdered for being accused of these things before then. And there were lots and lots of women being murdered and accused of witchcraft all throughout history. So it's really interesting to hear about it outside of the Salem witch trials and everything like that. It's nice to see another woman's story shown through this. And yeah, I just found that super interesting, the history behind it, because I was reading this as though it was fiction, and then I got to the author's note and I was like, a lot of that wasn't fiction. Like, obviously the interpersonal conversations were fiction, but a lot of the actual story and one of the point of views was not fiction. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of beautiful and very nice way to wrap it up. I do have to think about this one a little bit, because while I was excited to read it and it was really easy to read, I don't know, it definitely didn't give me a 5-star feeling. And I'm leaning towards 3.5, 4, but I definitely want to think about it more. So I will get back to you guys at the end of this video about my rating for this book. So this is our first spooky read of the week done. It did take longer than expected, but I am halfway through my next spooky read. So let me intro you into that real quick. Okay guys, I decided to move just so you could have a little change of scenery, because I felt like I talked forever over there and I thought you would probably enjoy a little bit of a location switch. So now we're in front of my little bookish corner, and I know she slays. Thank you very much. But without further ado, let's get into our next spooky read of the week. I'm super duper excited. This book, I have been waiting for this season to read it. It just sounds so cute, and I just love a romance and I love a spooky book, and this is both. It's The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling, and this is a trilogy, I'm pretty sure. I think the next one is, yes, it says it right here, The Kiss Curse. However, I'm starting obviously with The Ex-Hex, and I am already about halfway through, and I am loving this book so far. The banter that the main characters have is just the cutest, funniest thing ever. And also our main character, Vivian, her best friend is her cousin, and my best friend is my cousin. So I relate, and her cousin, I think her name is Gwen? I don't know how you say it. I think it might be Gwen. But her and her cousin, Gwen, literally say shit that me and Marie would say to each other. Like, they are us. And her cousin used to have pink hair. I used to have pink hair. They're talking about Taylor Swift. They're drinking vodka crayons. Like, they're us. So I love that about it so far. And I love their banter. Obviously, this isn't like fucking writing genius. This isn't like, oh my gosh, so beautifully written. But it's so fun to read so far and so perfect for the season. And the town in the book is so like Gilmore Girls witchy coded. Like, it's literally, if you put Gilmore Girls and Hocus Pocus together, like, that's what I'm feeling, and I'm loving it so much. Like, it's so cute. I think I'm gonna try and finish this book tonight. I only have 150 pages left. I'm halfway through, and the story is really picking up, so I'm super excited about that. And I will see you guys while I do some reading. So that is all for now. That is our little reading update. Sorry, I feel like it was long-winded, but we're gonna get to reading. Okay guys, good morning. It is a gorgeous fall day. It is kind of freezing, but it is also just like so beautiful. Like, all the leaves are changing. But I'm heading to work this morning. I made some coffee and I am gonna be there soon. Hopefully today on my breaks I can finish up the XX. I wanted to finish it last night, but that was an unrealistic goal because I started editing and then I didn't stop until like 9 o'clock. And so it's like, usually I go to bed around 10:30 if I have work the next day. So it's like an hour and 30 minutes for 150 pages. Debatable, you know, debatable. So I have like 80 pages left. So I'm going to finish that. And then I think I'm going to start our next book. Hey guys, it is Thursday night, and today on my lunch break I finished The X-Hex by Erin Sterling, and I just wanted to give you guys some of my thoughts on it. Like I said earlier, I will not be rating any of my spooky books until the end of this video because I just want to ruminate on them a little bit and think about my rating before I immediately jump into one. So I'll probably take till later this evening to officially rate this book. Okay, so I did scribble down some thoughts on a post-it. I've been doing that recently, and it's very helpful. The first thing that I love about this book is that two of our main female characters are cousins, like me and Maria, and they're best friends, and their banter between each other is literally us. It was so relatable to me. Everything they said, all the little jokes that they made, some of them were a little bit giving like millennial cringe, but at the same time, half of them, more than half, honestly, like 75% of the things they said in this book are things that me and Maria would have said to each other. So it's iconic, and I love that part. The next thing is just the overall vibes. Like, if you want to read a spooky Halloween romance, this is perfect. It's literally exactly Hocus Pocus, Vampire Diaries meets Gilmore Girls town vibes. And it does have high stakes, but the stakes don't feel high because it's such just like a cute book. Like, you know that it's probably going to have a happy ending, and it's just like such a nice, light, fun read, and I got through it so fast because of that. It just really gave the vibes that I was looking for from like a spooky October romance book, and it was just absolutely chef's kiss, perfect. The final thing that I want to say is the banter between our two main characters, our two love interests, is hilarious and adorable, and I love it. Like, the way that they just kind of antagonize each other throughout the book is so cute, and I love that in romance books. Just like the little sass between the two love interests is always iconic. So I definitely recommend this one. If you're looking for just like a little Halloween romance, this is the vibes you want. This is perfect. And like I said, the plot of the book, like what's actually going on with the hex, is also really interesting, and I love the magic system in this book. It's pretty chill, and light. It's just really cutesy. Like, I love their little magic system. It just works so well, especially with the town that they're in and all the vibes that you're feeling. It's just adorable. So yes, I really enjoyed this read. And now I'm gonna get on to our next and last spooky read for this video. Okay, so our next spooky book is Just the Nicest Couple by Mary Kubica. And she actually also wrote Local Woman Missing, which I have yet to read, but I have heard amazing things about. And I saw this in a booktube video recently and was gifted this, so I figured what a perfect time to pick it up for this spooky reading video, since it's just a nice little fast-paced thriller. So I'm about 100 something pages into this book. I'm actually not sure because I've also been audiobooking, so I've been going in between this and a free audiobook I found online. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. It's super fast-paced. The plot is really interesting. It's a multi-point of view book. So we're getting Christian and his wife Lily's point of view, but it's coming from Christian himself. And then we're getting Nina's point of view. And Nina's husband, Jake, went missing. She doesn't know where he is. She's freaking out. But what she doesn't know is that her best couple friends, Christian and Lily, do actually know what happened to him. And they are trying to keep their chill and not have Nina find out. I'm not going to explain why because I feel like that's a bit of a spoiler, but it's definitely fast-paced and I'm definitely enjoying it so far. So I will keep you guys updated with my thoughts on this, and I'm going to continue reading. So yes, our final spooky book. Hey guys, it's Julia. I actually think I'm going to have to close out this video now because I want it to be promptly up for you guys tomorrow. But don't worry, you'll hear my thoughts and opinions on the book in my next wrap-up video. And I just want to say thank you so much for spending such a fun, spooky reading week with me. I had so much fun reading and filming for this video. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!